Hola. Well, as promised, here's my short presentation on Galicia. So I'm going to talk about La Región Autónoma de Galicia for about 5 minutes. First of all, you can see over here in the top left, La Bandera de Galicia. Okay. Galicia is in the northwest of Spain, as we saw in the previous map, and it is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces: A Coruña, Lugo, Ourense and Pontevedra. I used to live in Pontevedra, in a town called Ponteareas. It was very nice. So the capital of Galicia, well, there are kind of 2 capitals. One is Santiago de Compostela, which is a very famous religious city, and the second one is A Coruña, which is in the north of the province. Next, let's have a look at a famous Gallego. Well, maybe I can say infamous Gallego. This chap here. This is General Francisco Franco, the Spanish dictator. He was born in Galicia, although his father was from an Andalusian family. He was a Gallego, and he was famous for obviously being the dictator of Spain from the 1940s through to his death in the 1970s. Next up, a favourite dish of mine from Galicia. You can see it over here. I wonder if anybody can guess what it is. I'll tell you the name. It's pulpo. Pulpo a la gallega. I wonder if anybody knows what pulpo means. Well, pulpo is octopus, and this is a typical dish in Galicia. And you simply boil the octopus, and you add paprika and olive oil, and it's delicious. The last thing I want to show you about Galicia is the landscape, and I chose this particular landscape for 2 reasons. The first reason is that you can see the sea. Now, I guess you can tell by the previous picture of Pulpo a la Gallega, but Galicia is actually famous for its coastline and its fishing industry. As well as pulpo, it's also famous for mejillones. It's also famous for merluza, and it's famous for ostras. And if you don't know what they mean, well, mejillones, mussels, merluza, no idea. I have to say that in English. And ostras, oysters. So, fishing is the most important industry in Galicia, along with tourism. And people come to Galicia exactly because of this type of coastline. It's very green, it has a beautiful coastline, lots of old towns, and it's very, very popular. But not so much with foreign tourists, more with Spanish tourists, because Galicia is also famous for rain. So if you want to go somewhere where it rains a lot, it's not very warm, but it's green with delicious food, then maybe you'd like to visit Galicia. And of course, many of the tourists that go to Spain are from Northern Europe, and the last thing they want is more rain. So that's why they go to the south of the country. So that's my presentation of Galicia. We've seen its flag, its most famous or infamous son, one of its most famous dishes, and we've talked about its fishing industry, tourism, and what makes it so beautiful and attractive. Now then, I'd like you all to choose an autonomous region, put together a ShowMe presentation. Let's see if we can do that. I suppose an hour or so should be enough, and then we'll share them around on our iPads. Gracias y hasta pronto.